What is up, YouTube? This is Tyler, or 31 Fret Shredder, also known as Fret Shredder 31 on Xbox Live. This gameplay is from about 8 months ago, and I do realize it's a bit campy, but this was kind of a revenged campy gameplay, I guess you could call it. These guys camped so hard the previous game, so I don't know, I figured I would show them how it's done, and I figured I should have some Modern Warfare 3 in the background for the reasoning behind this commentary. Now this is recorded out of theater mode, so please excuse the lagginess and all of the frame skipping you're going to see. With Black Ops 2 coming out in 6 days, or probably 5 by the time I'm able to actually upload this, I figured I'd pretty much review Modern Warfare 3, in my opinion. Now this is all my opinion, and tell you what I myself have experienced in the last year or so playing the game. You know, I actually went through the midnight release and took the next day off from work because I was so excited for this game. But really, it wasn't long after that that I realized all the faults, like the lag compensation that never really seemed to go my way. And I know I have a good connection, but I also know the whole connection thing could very well be because of where I live. I can see what they were trying to do as far as making the game fair and having everybody have a chance to be host and everyone a chance to have good connections, but it just never really seemed to be tweaked the proper way. But of course there were other things that were bad in the game, like all of those what seemed to be overpowered death streaks, you know. But I don't want to complain too much, so I'll just get straight to the positives. Now, I really enjoyed the way the game looked as far as the graphics. It played really smoothly. I also really enjoyed them bringing in new game types that came up with kill confirmed, which I actually played the majority of the time on this game and really enjoyed it. It was also nice to have a TDM style with a little bit of an objective because of having to pick up the tags, obviously. I also enjoyed new game type modes such as Drop Zone they brought in, and Team Defender, where everyone's battling for the same position. And they also brought in the smaller game lobbies like 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s, which I never really got into myself because I usually just play this game alone pretty much 90% of the time. But I was glad to see they were trying to really innovate and bring new and creative ideas to the table instead of the same TDM, Domination, S&D, all of the normal game modes we're used to seeing. And that shows me that they were really trying their best to make a good game for us to enjoy. Some of their ideas were pretty good, but maybe just not implemented the best way. I mean, I think open beta would have really helped out a lot, but I really don't see an open beta for a Call of Duty happening anytime soon. Now, I also really enjoyed the kill streaks they brought back in, and some of the new ones that they brought in for the game, like the Reaper, the Osprey Gunner, and the old streaks that everybody ran, you know, the Pavlo, the AC-130, and of course the Predator missile. Now, we can all argue that they got shot down so quick for how tough they were to get sometimes, but they were good nonetheless, at least in my opinion. And then we have the MOAB. Now, I'm not sure how many I have, but I will say they were fun to get in the beginning. But after that, they just got rather bland from my point of view. After about 10, I usually just enjoyed getting them against clans or the real tryhards you see out there. And after all is said and done, I don't think this game was a horrible game, like a lot of big YouTubers say. But I would argue that when a guy in Dead Man's Hand kills me from about 50 feet away, I will argue that all day long. Myself, I'd give it maybe a 7 out of 10, in my opinion. That's why I went back to playing Black Ops. This game never really clicked with me for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but you know, it really was a lot of people's first Call of Duties, and they absolutely loved it, which, hey, like I say, most of the time, to each their own. I'm not hating on you for it. It just never really clicked with me. And another thing they did, they really brought in the DLC content. They gave out free DLCs, which is absolutely unheard of. And they just pushed a lot of it out with the whole Spec Ops, the Chaos mode. Now personally, I didn't care for the first DLC that I bought, so I didn't buy any others. But they all seemed fun. They all seemed enjoyable. The maps, just for me, they just didn't flow correctly. And once again, that's just a personal opinion. I'm not hating on the game like a lot of people do. It's just how I feel. And like I said, this game just never clicked with me. I played it a lot, but it was just because it was the game that had the most people on it, pretty much. But all said and done, like I said, 7 out of 10 is an alright rating, in my opinion. But if you like what you see, like what you hear, go ahead and click that subscribe button, leave me a comment. I don't know, tell me what you think about this game. And I will see you around, YouTube.